Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Happy Friday, everybody. Three-time Billboard charting dance pop sensation Ashley J is back on Big Blend Radio today. She's joining us to talk about her recently released debut EP. It's called Satisfied.
I like it.
I like that word.
It's good to have some music.
And satisfaction is good.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. I'm very excited for her to get her EP out there. It's alive. It's energetic. And then it's got some parts that pull at your heartstrings. And, it's got a lot of emotion in it. So take a listen to the title track of Satisfied, and then we'll bring her on the show. But in the meantime, are you ready to be satisfied, Nancy?
Okay, Lisa.
Here it is. And, everybody go to ashleyj.net. You're listening to Big Blend Radio with Nancy and Lisa, and you just heard Satisfied, the title track of dance pop sensation Ashley J's brand new debut EP. You can go to ashleyj.net. Ashley, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, good. We could barely hear you there a second, so now we can. That's good. Okay. Really good to have you back on the show, and congratulations on the EP. How much fun was that to make?
Thank you so much. It was a blast. I had an amazing time with all the writers that I worked on this with, and just everybody who's pieced it together for me. It was definitely one of the best experiences of my life, and I'm so glad that I finally got to do it. I got to put one out there.
That's awesome.
Cool.
It's awesome. I know you were back on with your singles last time you were on the show, and I think it was like a year and a half. No, maybe 2 years. And at that point, I think you were in Texas, and you were still going to college, and now the EP is out, so now you're back in Florida, right? Your hometown of Florida, in Orlando.
Yes, yes.
And so did you do the album or the EP? I always want to keep saying album. Did you record it in Orlando? Where did you put it together?
I didn't. I recorded it a bunch of different places. Trapped was recorded in San Francisco. Unbreakable was recorded in London. Satisfied, Like You Used To, and When I Come Home were all three recorded in Canada. So it's all over the world.
Right on, right on.
How fun is that?
I know, and I heard that you got some special people you worked with on Satisfied. I know you had someone special work with you on that. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so Satisfied, like You Used To, and When I Come Home were all written in Canada, and they were all produced and mixed and mastered. We worked on it with two amazing people, amazing composers and producers, the Reza brothers, Adrian Reza and Lucas Reza. They own 80 Empire. They are absolutely amazing. I had the best time working with them. We clicked on a very spiritual, musical level. They knew exactly what I wanted and how I wanted it to sound even before I could get it out of my mouth. Like, they were just, it was an amazing experience.
That is, and then also you worked with Narda. That's an amazing. He does so much for musicians that are up and coming, and he works with a lot of women, I think, too, getting them out there. And Narda, Michael Walden, that must have been an incredible experience.
It was incredible. He's also somebody who can literally hear what I'm thinking and just put it down, and it's exactly like what was in my mind. He's a brilliant producer.
You know, to me, I think when you are able to have that kind of relationship with a producer, and when you're in that creative space, you have to have like a trust to be able to put your thoughts out there and be strong about it, right? Because, you know, it's like this is what's in your mind, your heart, your soul. People do want to change things at times or enhance, and sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's no, like, get off my song, man.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man. So tell us about the song Satisfied. Where did that come from?
Well, Satisfied was kind of like a spur-of-the-moment type of thing. You know, me and the Rezas were just sitting there just on, you know, putting out ideas and what we want everything to sound like, and we kind of came up with this amazing sound. And I was at a point in my life where I was in a good relationship where it didn't end up good, but at the time it was a great feeling, and it's just kind of about being on cloud nine, and you're so happy and in this relationship where everything is, it's like that moment where everything is perfect, it could not be any better, and you're just it's just the two of you, there's no one else involved. So it was definitely one of my favorites to write at the time.
You know, I think that's, you know, I think we have that in relationships where you go, okay, remember this really good moment. How long? I've had that, and then all of a sudden it was like you try to remember that good moment when things aren't good. You're like, okay, can it go back to that little space? And sometimes they can.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And sometimes it's just like, okay, well at least. And I think even through the breakup part or where it just goes off the rails, you know, it doesn't stay in that good moment. At least you always remember, like, okay, we got in this relationship for a reason. There was always something positive, right? And so it's good to have those memories, you know. Relationships are always, I think it's the most written about is love and relationships because they're so complex. You know, I don't think we'll ever tire of love songs and relationship songs, the good, bad, and the ugly. You know, so it's a good thing to write about. Now, Trapped, I love Trapped, and you've got such good energy on this album. Except for you do deal with the, you know, the other side of the relationship that doesn't work as well. And Trapped, tell us about that.
Yeah, Trapped is amazing. I wrote that song actually about my mom. I was going through a time in my life where I just felt like I couldn't do anything without somebody just putting their 2 cents in and just kind of, you know, telling me that it was either, you know, just just wrong or just it's very weird. So I wrote that song basically just, and I feel like people can relate to it in their relationships. You know, if you ever felt trapped in a relationship or by a friendship or by a boss or just maybe just, you know, it can just be really toxic, and you kind of get that moment where you literally feel like you can't even make your own decisions, and that's really where that song stems from.
It's a powerful song, and I think everyone can relate at some point in life. But whenever you have that feeling, a lot of times it means that you're going to go through a door. You know, I think it's that frustration too, even if it's with other people. It's the itchiness before change occurs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. And now, London, Canada, Orlando, Texas, Tulsa. So, like, what's going on with the travel bug? This is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about finding really great writers and producers that you want to work with and just kind of making it happen with them.
Yeah, and just going out, and why not? Where in Canada did you go? And in England, you're London, right? So.
Yeah. So in Canada, it's called Niagara on the Lake. Absolutely beautiful. If you ever want a vacation, like a couple of days, it's so close to Niagara Falls. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful place. So Niagara on the Lake, that was for Canada. In London, we were in, it was a second ago. It was, I cannot think of the word right now. It's not even the place. But it was kind of like on the outskirts of London. And it was recorded in like this really amazing studio with Warwick Matthews and Jamie Sellers, who are really, really big up there and really big in like the Asian population, which is really fantastic. And that was just incredible. And then obviously San Francisco with Narda, that was a blast. Really, really, really great time. I had never been to San Francisco. I've been to LA a million times, but San Francisco was new for me, and so it was incredible.
There's something about San Francisco.
I love that city.
That city is it's just got so much history to it as well, and it's just kind of I love that city. There's a creativity that comes out of that region. You know, I know that you're out in the San Rafael area, and that area is so beautiful too. I mean, you're out in like the Muir Woods country out there. It's beautiful, and the ocean. It's just I want to create out there all the time. I go out there. It's like it gets people to want to write, and that's amazing. So that's awesome that you got to go travel around, and you did the EP through your own company, right? Bombshell Music. Don't mess with AshleyJ. So what
yes, I did.
Is that something you decided a long time ago? I'm going to do things on my own, my own label, and record with the different people I'm going to record with, but these are going to be on my label and have that kind of control. I mean, it's especially at such a young lady age that you are to take control like that. I think it's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I did. It was more or less like I wanted to kind of take the reins on everything. I had been in a really bad situation with just a different management company, and things weren't going the way that they needed to go, and they weren't being done the way they needed to be done. And I just decided, like, I should just open up my own and just release everything through myself, and that has been the best decision I've ever made.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, because you can't let yourself down. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
I like it. We're in this generation or era of time of women owning their own companies in the arts. You know, we're seeing it with film, and we're seeing it in music now, and I think that's a thing to stand up for. I know you know about business because that's what you studied, right? It was business.
Yes, I did. I studied business in college, so it really helped me put my degree, kind of put my money where my mouth was with my degree. I was very thankful for that.
And now, what about the singing? Because you've got such a powerful vocal range and just a lot of energy and power to your singing. What do you do to keep it in top-notch gear and to keep your voice so strong?
Well, I did have singing lessons, and I've always had them as a kid. But I practice. I sing more than I talk, and my mama could attest to that. It's everything to me, literally everything to me. So I practice every single day.
It's an important thing. You have to. And do you do scales? Do people still sing in scales?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I'll be driving and in traffic, and I'll be doing scales.
That's better than what a lot of other people do when they're driving in traffic. I'm just saying. That's awesome. So, with Satisfied, with the EP and the music on it, like you've got, like I was saying, you've got different emotions packed in there, but definitely danceable. And I know people are saying dance pop, and there's contemporary pop, and to me, it's got a really good groove to it. As soon as I was listening to the EP, I'm like, this belongs in Vegas, poolside, Miami. I feel like this is going to be such a big hit over the spring and summer. Don't you feel like that's where it belongs out there? And just, I don't know, outside on the
spring
beach.
break.
Yeah, do you feel that with the EP too?
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like how I write my music. Is I really want people to enjoy it and relate to it and just love it and like it. And so that's the goal behind it. That's the motive. So that's when I write, that's what I want people to feel. So I'm glad that you feel that.
Yeah, no, I think it's party time. I want cocktails, thank you.
I know, and it makes you happy.
No, I feel like I could wear high heels. Listen to it. I think people need to have this good energy to it, and your music has energy. Who do you listen to that inspires you, not just vocally, but really for that energy to keep that energy up for people?
Vocally, oh my gosh, so many artists. Tori Kelly, Demi Lovato, just, oh my gosh, Julia Michaels. There's so many artists that I'm just obsessed with. They just really inspire me.
And then the powerful part too, that's something I always think is just to keep the energy transferred to the audience is you have to be good at it, and to have it go through a recording, an EP or an album or a performance. I think that's the important thing, is to be able to keep that engagement with your audience, no matter what. The energy has to be there, but it's that emotional energy too, that connection that you have. And I think that's one of your bigger, strong points, is that energy that you have. And so when we talk about vocally, but when it comes to that connectivity, who do you listen to for that?
As far as energy is concerned, it's so wide. I can go anywhere from country to, old school. I'm a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. I'm a huge Michael McGormans, The Years, Avenged Sevenfold fan. Like I'm into so many eclectic different sounds.
That's cool.
My playlist is way out there.
And so that's, I think, is an important thing, because that way you expand your audience too. Like they get to hear different things, and it gives you different ideas as well. Now, would you say you're dance pop or contemporary pop? Do you care about the labeling of that?
I don't care very much. It doesn't really bother me. It's just, I think, pop is such a blend of so much right now. Country, R&B, hip hop. There's so much blended into pop right now. I'm not even sure. I think it just fits under that genre.
You said blend. We like that here on Big Blend Radio. I just want to say. So from here, are you going to do a full album?
I plan on it, absolutely. This was so painless and just very exciting to do. I think y'all can expect some really big things the next year.
Oh, that is exciting. It's exciting. Well, let's play Trapped. Hang in there. We want to play Trapped, and then I will play one more song after that before you go. But I want people to hear it, because just so people can understand, like, this EP has a lot of sounds to it and a lot of different vibes, right? So when you put it together, did you look at, okay, this song's coming first, Trapped is first, and why? Because this is the first track on the EP. Why did you choose it as the number one song on there, the first thing people hear?
I really wanted it to kind of come full circle. So Trapped is a really dark song. So it went from being dark to empowering to happy, back to kind of more of a playful, sound with I used to, and then with When I Come Home, that was more or less back to loving. So kind of, it's one big circle.
That's cool. Let's play Trap, because I wanted to play When I Come Home to You, because as that closing song, I was like, God, that's like the perfect song to end it. And then I'm like, well, where's the rest? Like, come on now. I want to make a full album. But here it is, everybody. Stay on the line, please, Ashley J. Everybody, Trapped. It's the first song off of the EP by Ashley J called Satisfied. And you can go to her website, ashleyj.net. She's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And it's Ashley, it's A-S-H-L-E-Y, just to prove I can spell on a Friday. Here it is, Trapped.
You got me cold, straight in the dark. You got a hold on me I never seen before. I'm pinned down, I'm right where you want. You molded to me as I'm falling apart. I say I'm trapped, gasping to breathe. A hand on the door, another hand on me. I say I'm trapped, gasping to breathe. You look straight through me when I stare at the sea. I'm trapped.
Ashley J is not really trapped, but that was Trapped off the first song on her latest EP, debut EP, and it is called Satisfied, but that was Trapped. And happy to have Ashley J here on Big Blend Radio with us. And you go to her website, ashleyj.net, and go get the EP. See, Ashley, that was that power I'm talking about. That's some powerful singing there. Felt it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
That's good. That is such a powerful opener to the EP, and I'm glad we're going to play when I come home to you at the end here, because I think that's also really important. You know, last time you were on the show with us, and you had Callie, your single Callie was out, and we were talking about your start in music and you being in musicals and how you were writing your songs and writing on walls in the house and in the bathroom and things. So what's happening now with your writing? Do you have an instrument by your side, and are you still writing on walls now that I know you went, you got a degree in business law? You might have to come after yourself for writing on the walls.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm constantly writing about everything. I just got out of a really toxic relationship, and trust me, you'll hear all about that one. And I kind of got into another one that's just like a little bit like on the wayside. I'm not really sure like how it's working. Like it's working, but it's not. It's really weird. So you'll definitely hear about that. And but I'm constantly writing, and I always tell people when I first meet them, like, just be careful what you tell me, because you might hear it back to you in different form. And I think they think it's like a joke, and then they end up hearing it, and they're in a song, and they're like, oh, my God, I didn't think you were going to write that. And I'm like, well, you said it. You did it. So it should be, like, totally fair game. And no one really knows about you unless they know you. And so, I mean, people they think I'm joking, or they get embarrassed. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. So I'm always writing. I'm always doing what I can. I don't write to be spiteful either. It sounds that way. I definitely do not write to be spiteful. I really just write what affects me and what I think needs to be replayed and what needs to be redone, and it's very therapeutic for me.
So now are you writing on your phone? Like how do you actually put the words on paper, and are you writing the actual melodies and everything, or mostly lyrics?
It depends. I will write melody and lyrics. I do write on my phone typically, but then I'll put melody and lyrics to it later. But I typically start out with it like on my phone. If I hear a lyric, or I hear, someone said something, or I have something I need to say to somebody and I want to hear it in a song first, I'll just start out with lyrics first.
And then when it comes to the music part, are you using a specific instrument for that?
I'll use my guitar, or I use my piano, to be honest. I really like both of them. It's easier to write with my guitar, but if I'm feeling really emotional, then I'll write with a ballad. If I'm writing a ballad, I'll write with a piano.
That's interesting. Yeah. They both do have like a different vibe to them, And what's interesting too about your music, the dance part of it, the actual music part, and the electric beats and things like that. That's fascinating. Yeah, I've never worked in that kind of studio. What is it like when you're actually recording this and those sounds are put in? I mean, is that all done like on a big screen? I mean, tell us about that part, how all that instrumentation is done.
For the instrumentation for the songs?
Yeah. When you're listening to all the different beats and the sound effects and things, is that something that you're envisioning, or the producers adding those in?
Well, so when I'm with different producers, they'll sit in front of like a huge monitor or a computer or even just on like a MacBook, and they'll hear a bunch of different songs and different sounds, and they'll kind of piece it all together, and just we'll hear different sounds and how that works through there. And so I mean, I'll put my input if I like it. If I don't like it, then we'll just go off that.
Okay. And now, what about someone getting into the music industry, a young girl in her teens? She's like, I'm going to be a singer one day, and I'm going to do this and that. What would you say to her about getting started?
I would tell her to get a good lawyer. I mean that.
Good girl.
Dead serious. I would dead serious. I would tell her to get a really, really, really good lawyer. To have a lot of patience and a lot of perseverance, and to follow something in parallel. Always do something else on the side, because when you first go into the music industry, it does not pay you at all.
Right. Right. Have something on the side. So, and doesn't that also help with your art as well, so that you're not compromising your art? Yeah, that's a good word, Nancy.
Absolutely. So, you said something that doesn't compromise my art. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
when
sometimes when musicians or songwriters or even writers or artists, when they don't have something on the side financially when they get started, and some people just full time always, they write the best stuff on earth, but they're not doing it full time. But if you go in full time, sometimes you end up compromising your craft because maybe it's easy to sell out and do what everybody else tells you what to do. When you have something where you've got financial backing from something else, you're able to say no. You know what I mean? With your work.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, and in times like this right now, for me especially, I have student loans I have to pay, so I definitely have a side job, and it doesn't affect my work at all. In fact, I learn a lot about other people, so sometimes I'm inspired by what people do and say, and I can write about them too.
Cool. Cool.
I think it's when you're trying to make a living in any of the arts, if you don't have something else to help support you, then you really do. I mean, I know when I was painting, I went down that path. I mean, I like to paint wildlife, and I did a tour in South Africa where I was fundraising for the Cancer Association, and I found myself paint what sells, not really what I wanted to paint. And I did hundreds of paintings that were just this one kind of flower that you see in South Africa, and I mean, it's a beautiful flower, but I don't want to see it ever again. Because that's what sold, and I got in that pattern of, okay, it's selling, so keep painting it. And it was like, how many times can you paint the same flower,
Mhm.
So it is important to be able to support yourself
and have that integrity to your art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think you'll ever get tired of singing your songs? You don't want that to happen. You want to keep enjoying them forever.
Absolutely. I mean, I want to enjoy them forever. I don't think I would ever get tired of singing my own songs.
No.
There's conflict with having a song that used to mean something to you, and then it no longer means that same thing to you, and you have to sing it, and that's really hard emotionally. But at the end of the day, it's something I felt once, and I wanted it at one point. I wanted to share it, and there we are.
Yeah. Just create a new song, in your mind, and a new story, I should say, to the song. That sometimes you just change it up, but it's still the same thing. You know what it is.
Here's
Yeah.
the song. This is not about you anymore.
Yeah, this is the song. This song is not about you. This song is about me.
Exactly.
Oh man, do you want to get your music into movies?
Absolutely, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think so. It'd be cool. I just see a lot of cool dance club scenes, and I want like, I don't know, but your EP should go on everyone's vacation this year. I think it's a good one. It's a good one for that. People need to take it on the road, go party with it, have a good time. A good time, some fun stuff. And Orlando, I'm thinking about Orlando, and it's been so long since we've been there. About 4 years? It's not that long, 4 or 5 years, and that's got some good scenes, club scenes for people, right? I mean, I don't want to talk about the Pulse Club. I mean, that's a sad thing, but it was a tragic event in Orlando. But when you look at places to have a good time, I remember Orlando being like a great place for that. A good party town.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Big time. Definitely a party scene for sure.
Yeah, I like that. It's cool. Now, do you go out and perform in Orlando?
I do. I will be playing a show April 14th in DeLand. It's DeLand-a-Palooza. It's an independent music festival, and I will be playing there, and I'm very excited for that.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you went to Canada and London, did you perform over there too?
I did not perform over there. I would love to, and I'm definitely not closing the door on that. I would love to perform anywhere.
Oh, cool. Okay, so now here comes my new music questions for musicians, okay? If you could play one of your songs from the EP with anybody, alive or passed on, that you want to play with, that you've never performed with or written with or produced with, some icon of yours that could come out and perform one of your songs, who would it be? Which song would you want to perform it with? And where do you want to have that performance?
That is such an amazing question. I would
Thank you.
perform. That is such an amazing question. Like, that was really great. I would perform. Oh my God. I would perform. Okay, I'll do two. I would perform "Satisfied" with Celine Dion, and I would love to do it in Vegas. And yes, I love her so much.
That's
and
exactly what Nancy was going to say. That's exactly going to say Celine Dion for you. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yes.
Right on.
I
Power.
love her. Love her. And then I would sing "Like You Used To" with Johnny Cash.
Nice.
And I would do it at the Gaylord Opry.
Right on. Right on. And I bet people wouldn't expect that, huh? They'd think, contemporary pop.
No,
yeah.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, but when you listen to your
They
voice,
wouldn't.
I hear it. I hear it in your voice. You can do anything with your voice. Your voice will go anywhere. Like I can hear it in any genre because it's really strong. It's got an emotion to it. It's good. It's a darn good voice. Watch my language there.
Thank you.
It's a good voice, and so it's got that warmth to it, and it knows how to be strong. So I think that I could see you do anything. Any kind of gig. Would you go and do like a country gig for like sit in with a country band and tour with them just for a difference?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that. I could see you pull off some heavy like rock as well. Get up there and do it. Like you remember when Lady Gaga did that with Metallica? Did you see that performance, that Grammy performance with them? I mean, they messed up the mic.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
See, like how she did that? That was incredible. And I think you could do that, too. It would be cool. I want to see that. Go jam with Metallica. I want to see it. I want to see that.
I am definitely down to do that.
Cool. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Congratulations. Much continued success. Please let us know when that full album is out. Got to keep us posted. I know audiences want to know that, too. So keep us posted. And everyone, again, AshleyJ.net is the place to go. Go get her EP, Satisfied. We're going to play When I Come Home to You. It's the last track on the EP. And thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. It was an absolute blast. I'm glad we got to reconnect.
Awesome. Thank you.
You take care.
Always a pleasure having you on the show. All right, you take care. Here it is, When I Come Home to You.
Secret lovers in a busy town, wigs and glasses, how we got around, sending letters like we're young school kids, didn't know love could feel like this, fell in love but then I moved away.
and again, that was When I Come Home to You. Again, the final track on Satisfied, the debut EP by Ashley J, out now, and you can go to ashleyj.net and keep up with her on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's always just so sweet.
I know. She's a nice lady.
Awesome to have her on the show, and it has her head on her shoulders, you know?
I like that. She's prepared.
I know. She
rocks.
It
takes it in any art field, any creative field. You cannot just be, I'm an artist.
And if I could wave my magic wand, I'd take her student loans away.
I know.
Because she studied business law. I mean, that's
intense.
intense.
That's going to help her.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff by Ashley J. I want to thank Spontaneous Rob for sponsoring this segment. Spontaneous, the award-winning, best-selling song game. It's an awesome board game to play. Big Blend Radio airs Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Fridays and Sundays, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, except for holidays, because hey, we're all supposed to be on a holiday. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So
and then we're going to go play Spontaneous.
That's right. We play Spontaneous on a holiday. So happy Easter weekend to everybody. Thanks for joining us. Keep up with us at BigBlendRadio.com. We're also at BlendRadioandTV.com to check out our Big Blend Radio and TV magazine. It has lots of music in there. So here it is, a word from Spontaneous Rob. Definitely, it's one of those weekends to play.
It is. I'm looking forward.
Take care, everybody. Well, somebody did something there. I didn't do that. Somebody pushed a button. Spontaneous Rob is here on Big Blend Radio to share how his Amazon best-selling and award-winning board game works. Spontaneous, the song game, is perfect for families. I think just about anyone who enjoys music. Rob, how old or how young do we have to be to play Spontaneous?
You can be any age because everyone listens to music, and you don't even have to be talented to play. In fact, that's our slogan is sing it or shout it, talent not required.
We like that. We like that around here. And how many people do you need to play the board game?
Usually works best with 4 or more people. I'd say the more the merrier because then you have more song banks involved in the game.
Okay, so when you talk about song banks, let's talk about how this game works. Because I know when I opened up Spontaneous, I didn't have to really read too many rules. It seems that it's pretty easy. So just how easy is it?
It's really pretty simple. It's based on the concept of word association with lyrics. So someone will say a word, and whoever can spontaneously burst into a tune that contains that word would win the round. So somebody, the example of how the game came about was somebody said, "We're going to the mountains tomorrow if you want to go," and another person spontaneously burst into a tune that contained mountain. And
so, if I said, "Ain't no mountain high enough," that would be good?
Yeah, that is all you need.
And
at
I
least
didn't
5
even
words.
sing it.
That's simple.
So did I win? That's what I want to know. Did
sing
I
it or
win?
shout it. Talent not required.
Easy peasy, everybody. Spontaneous is the song game, and that's where you go to get it. Go to songgame.com. Of course, you'll also find it on Amazon. Thanks so much, Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate it.